Now, King Charles wished his grandson Archie a happy 4th birthday during an emotional family gathering after the coronation. The only problem was that Prince Harry wasn't there to hear it. The King reportedly was genuinely quite disappointed that Harry didn't stick around for the celebration, and he used the occasion to wish his rarely seen grandson a happy birthday, quote, wherever he was, unquote. The Duke of Sussex, who arrived in Britain on Friday, left immediately after the service on Saturday to head back to Heathrow, spending only 28 hours in this country. Now, it's been reported that Harry wasn't invited to appear on the balcony of Buckingham Palace after his father was crowned. He is no longer a working royal, of course, but Camilla's sister and the Marchioness of Lansdowne, who are also not working royals, did appear for the historic moment. Now, that does seem weird, but they are Camilla's companion. I mean, it's what the Queen called a lady-in-waiting, yes, but Camilla's not calling them lady-in-waiting, which I think is right. It sounds antiquated. So they're her sort of official companions. And
so Camilla was the lady-in-waiting for decades, wasn't she?
Camilla's companions.
Camilla's companions. That's really modern.
It's basically Camilla's bezies.
That's right up to date.
It's her sister and her best friend.
It comes with the job.
It comes with the territory, and she does need need people to be shushing, moving people along and doing all the rest of it. So I think it's understandable that you can't have Andrew without Harry, and you can't have Harry without Andrew. They're not working royals. They're not allowed onto the balcony.
But how would Camilla have felt after he said she was wicked and he's standing there having a picture taken?
Exactly.
She's very stoic. I think she would have just thought, I'll be getting my glass of red wine quite soon. I'll grin and bear it.
Yeah. I also think that they could have had Harry on the balcony had he wanted to stay and not have had Andrew. Because Harry hasn't been accused of doing anything terrible. I know Andrew's not been found guilty of anything.
He's bad, but not that bad.
Yeah.
He's not that bad.
As far as I know, Harry's not mates with convicted paedophiles. Andrew definitely was. So I don't think the two are comparable.
No, I don't think they are. But I do think that if Harry had brought his son, Archie, I think it would have been an olive branch. I think that he took that away from Archie, because Archie, when he grows up, will be asking questions. And also, he's got the right to know his family. Even though he's only 4, he couldn't have sat there for 2 hours. Yeah. But we know that. He could have been taken out and then come back and been there for the luncheon. And he would have learnt about his family.
What was that pompous oaf Andrew doing in the back of that limousine, gliding down the Mall as if people were desperate to see him?
With his blue cape on.
As if people were desperate to see him. Yeah. And it was... some of the papers said, oh, he was booed. He wasn't. He went down the Mall and got out to total indifferent silence. The apathy towards that guy. And I think also, JJ and I discussed this earlier, that the antipathy that many people used to feel towards Harry, I think, has also dissolved into a kind of apathy. And in a way, I think he kind of maybe just about handled it right. I think he upset his dad a bit. But coming in, paying his respects and leaving under the circumstances was the right thing to do. And I felt that his story kind of came to an end. There's nothing more that this guy can do to shock or astonish us anymore, to grab our attention, and that was it. And the royal commentator Angela Levin wrote in The Sun yesterday, and I think she's right, that was the moment we said goodbye to Harry forever.
Although he has said that he's got enough ammunition or enough information for a whole nother book.
Oh, God.
Yes, I know. I know.
Spoke too soon, Kevin.
What else could they have done, though? Because if they brought...
Still spare.
Still spare. If it was Harry and Archie and Lilibet, then everyone would be frothing at the mouth about, oh, their marriage is over, blah, blah. If Meghan had come, again, they'd be saying Meghan was stealing the limelight.
That is true. I mean, it's been fascinating for me because I've been reporting on American networks, and looking at from their angle has been so interesting because they are obsessed. Well, you can also see it's very, very
Which
cold.
One are you?
I'm the one, that was the team I was working with, the NBC network, the Today Show, which is their breakfast show, but they are still fascinated by the whole Harry and Meghan saga. Even this afternoon, I was still being asked about, what's the relationship like? Why didn't he stay? What's going to happen next? All the rest of it. What's happening between William and Harry? They are still box office over there.
Sharon, what's it like with the Hollywood A-listers in that group? Are they accepting of Harry and Meghan still?
Yeah, but they're all royal groupies. You know, you've got these people like Ellen DeGeneres, you know, that write letters to people who say bad things about Meghan. And it's like...
Have you ever had any?
Poison
pen
mother?
letters?
No, because I've always been like, you know, I can't ever see her as a royal. I just can't. And I can't say that, you know, well, she's a princess from Disneyland. But it's like, I just can't see her ever as a royal.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I tell you somebody who I did think looked very regal during the wedding. During the wedding? I kept doing that. It was like a wedding in so many ways, wasn't it?
was.
During the coronation was Penny Mordaunt.
Oh,
She looked fantastic.
she looked incredible.
So, of course, you know, as Lord Privy Seal, or whatever her official role is, she had to carry the sword, which she had... And that sword is worth, you know, weighs something like £8. It's incredibly heavy, which is a lot of bags of sugar. And she had to hold it completely still for nearly an hour. And you know, she'd been doing lots. She'd been hitting the gym to build up her muscles to make sure that because she had been a reservist, a military reservist. So she's
so easy work for her then, really.